Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Snowrunner. Welcome back if you're a repeat offender. We had a rough mission on the last one, so for this one we're going to do Rockfall in the Ravine, which will open up, not that I'll ever use it, but it'll open up the gateway over on the side of, I'll find it, right here. It'll open up the gateway over on the side of the map. So we need two wooden planks, one metal beam. So here's my one metal beam, and then here's my two wooden planks. Pretty straightforward. All you have to do is drive there. So we'll probably just come down. It's probably just quick just to go like this. That's where we're headed. Hang on. Let's get her done. So yeah, it's all the same day. Um, I was kind of touching on the last one. I was touching on the fact that they don't do. I've heard. I don't know how true it is that they don't do like shop class or whatever in school anymore. And I think that's important. Um, I think people should know how to cook. And by cooking, I don't mean throwing something in the microwave for 2 minutes and then heating it up. That, in my opinion, is not cooking. That's just warming something up. Because if it only takes 2 minutes to cook, you're not cooking it. You're just warming it up. It's been cooked already. No way in hell you cook something in 2 minutes. Can't even boil water in 2 minutes. You can make toast. Does that count as cooking? No. And I'm not saying you got to go with a 7 course meal. I'm just saying that you should be able to cook a meal. You know, not everything's about fast food and Instacarts or whatever, or Uber Eats, all that stuff. You should be able to cook. It tastes so much better. And it's so much better for you. Well, I guess the potential of it tasting really bad is pretty good if you don't know how to cook, but there's so many videos. If you don't have YouTube, well, obviously you're watching this on YouTube, but you should be able to cook. I mean, if you want to learn how to make anything, literally, you could type it in and then watch somebody how to cook, and then you feel so much better. It's like, oh my god, I made that. Not my friend made it and gave me the leftovers, and I'm just warming it up. You know, you you've made it. It's you know what I mean. It's like an accomplishment. It's an achievement. It's like playing video games and getting the extra reward because you did something above and beyond. You know, but you do that, and then you start getting more comfortable with in the kitchen, and of course you gotta. I didn't, baby steps, right? Start simple. Start slow. Don't step right into a gourmet meal, rack of lamb and whatever. I don't know. I've never made rack of lamb. I'm not a big lamb fan, so. But start simple. Make something like spaghetti and meatballs or whatever. Something super simple. Um, Graduate and start like, what I always wanted to make, and type, write it down. Be like, I want to make this. I want to make this. Again, I started simple. Um, my mom was a good cook, and probably still is. She's still with us. Um, on certain things. Sorry, mom. Certain things she was really good at, and then certain things, and I think a lot of it was she was basically restricted by the spices. When I was growing up, the spices in our cupboard were very limited, very limited. And by that I mean salt and pepper, and I think cinnamon and nutmeg, maybe cream of tartar. Just basic. I don't even know if we had garlic powder or garlic salt, to be honest. Because my dad didn't like anything spicy. So he would never have chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, garlic salt, any of that stuff. He thought it was spicy. To me, it just gives it flavor. To him, it was just way too much spice, way too much stuff. So we never had stuff like that growing up. So when my mom would make stuff, my mother would make stuff, it was just kind of bland. I mean, then you'd go to somebody else's house and they would make spaghetti or lasagna or whatever. And lasagna is really easy, by the way. Which one am I going to? We're going to keep going. I want to get here. I want to get the ones from here first, right? Because if you go and grab the ones here or whatever, you guys come all the way over here to grab the other stuff. So you might as well look at that. Okay. But yeah, it was very basic. But you go to somebody else's house whose parent could cook, and it was like, oh my God. And then you would go and tell your mom, it's like, man, I was over at little Jimmy's house, and his mom made spaghetti, and it was awesome. You should try it with this. And my mom would say the same thing every time. Your dad doesn't like it that way. We won't, this is how we make it. And that's just how it was back then. Whatever the old man wanted, that's what the old man got. So we were stuck in the bland. We never had Chinese food. We never had Indian food. We never had very little Italian food. My dad didn't like noodles. So we didn't have anything with noodles in it. Macaroni and cheese. Well, that should have went on the truck. God damn it. It's because I didn't change it. Oh well, we'll put it on the truck. We didn't have no noodles. Back cargo. Restore crane. So once I became independent and all of that, I made it a goal to. Gonna have to get a picture. We gotta change time of day though. I made it a goal to start widening my palette. Snipping tool. New. To widen the palette, Don't just be stuck in that same route, So then with my kids, I try to, make different things. Oh, the ravine. This builds mountains. In the ravine. Yeah. Well, like I said, with my kids, I wanted to make sure that I didn't keep it in that rut. So you can't blame it on the fact that you didn't have that stuff, and then you're just going to continue that same old logic, And then it just keeps going and going and going. It's like, let's try this. If it isn't any good, then you can, strike it off the list. But give it a chance. My dad wasn't going to give any of that a chance. Ain't no way. So once I was married and all that stuff, and we invited my parents over for food, right? And my dad was not one to to hold back. If he didn't like something, he was going to tell you. And I forget what I made. I think it was lasagna or something. Or not lasagna, because I knew he didn't like noodles, so I wouldn't make something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was. I think it was barbecue chicken on the grill and homemade potato salad or something like that. Basic. Um, I actually asked my mother if that would be okay for a menu or for we would want a loading platter one truck for the meal, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he loves that stuff." Okay, but I didn't use. See, my mom always made homemade potato salad and homemade barbecue sauce. I did not go homemade. I I went store bought. I'm cheap. Well, I didn't, and then I doctored it, right? So I tried to do different things. Again, I was still in the learning phases of cooking, and yeah. Now I know why we never bought store bought barbecue sauce. My dad hated it. He rubbed it all off his chicken. He's like, I could still taste that shit. Gross. It's too spicy. I'm like, it is not spicy. Not even a little bit spicy. It's like calling McDonald's chicken nugget sauce, barbecue sauce, spicy. It's not spicy. All right. Anyway, so two wooden planks, and I just opened up the gateway. We'll see where we end up here. Let's take it. Yeah, well, that's just how he was. He wouldn't eat anything, and it was always the same meals. You know, rotating out of like 5 different meals or 10, maybe 10 meals, is all he would pick from. It's like opening a menu at a restaurant and there's only 10 things in there. This is all you get to eat for the rest of your life. It's the same 10 things. Yeah, so here we are, right across from the lake here. That's where we end up. It really doesn't make any sense unless you want to come over here for some logs. But even then, you have to take the logs or the wooden planks all the way from this crappy location that we're going to come shooting out of into this map. So now you're way over here, and you got to haul that all the way back to a road, which is way over here. You know, so it's just inconvenienced, useless. They could have given you one that was actually on the main road, you know. Could have put it over here by the rolled steel factory or over here or something where you could have used it. More easy, accessible, whatever. Even down here at the train tunnel, you know. But anywho, I'm going to recover out of here because I'm not going to come back this way if I don't have to. And, but yeah, don't stay in that rut. Be adventurous. At least give it a shot. I love all that different stuff now. I'm not a shrimp guy. I'll tell you that for one thing. But I've tried it multiple ways. I didn't just say, well, I don't like shrimp. You know, and I had friends that were pushy. They were like, no, you got to try my shrimp. I make the best shrimp. Okay. So I'll give it a shot. And I didn't like it. Well, mine is wrapped in bacon and put on the grill and marinated. And okay, I'll give it a shot. Nope, still don't like shrimp. But I've tried it. I've tried it probably 50 different ways. Don't care for it. So I can honestly say that I don't like shrimp. I can't just say because it doesn't look good that I didn't, you know. But there are things I'm not going to eat. I'm not going to eat octopus. Sorry. I'm not going to eat, I don't know, escargot. I'm not going to do snails. I like oysters. But I've never had them raw in the half shell, which is smoked oysters I like. But it's been a minute for that too. But anyway, let's get off of food. Must be getting close to lunchtime. I'm talking food. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, everybody.